So welcome guys, this is my first stream on YouTube. So what to do? Let's play classical chess. So welcome to my channel, Harry the H Pawn. Let's start a game. It's hard to find people when you're playing 30 plus 0. Okay, so I've got one and let's see who we have got. Okay, so the match has already started. So let's play c5. Okay, so our opponent wants to play d4, yeah? Okay. What to do? So we'll just keep it simple. Let's play d6. So remember, guys, at this level, you don't have to memorize openings. You just play logically. Simple moves, follow the opening principles, and memorize openings. Just play what to play now. I think we should play e6. Okay, e6. Okay, so knight f3. So he maybe wants to push e5. So we just develop our pieces normally. Knight f6, e5, d takes e5, d takes e5, queen takes d1, king takes d1, knight g4. Okay, so we don't want too much early in the game. We want to concentrate on developing our minor pieces. It is very important, guys. So I could have played knight f6, but I thought knight f6 could be followed by e5, right? So then I decided to play bishop e7. Now knight f6 is a move. Okay, let's play knight f6. Yeah. Okay, so what should he do? Okay, so our opponent is very ambitious. So let's play knight f6. I can take and maybe I can play knight d5. Okay, let's play knight d5 and ask him some questions. Does he want to take on d6? Okay, so he doesn't. Okay, it's a good choice. So now think about this position. So we should not hurry and take the pawn because if we take the pawn, then the knight will get a nice outpost on e5, right? So we don't want to do that. So what is his next move? Try to guess his next move, right? So I think he can take my pawn on d6. Then I can take with the queen, maybe with the bishop. I can now castle. So so b6 in this position is logical, and castling is also logical. So I'll just castle. I hope I'm not blundering. Bishop takes h7, king takes h7, knight g4 doesn't work because I have my bishop. So I don't like his pawn on e5. It is restricting my pieces. So next I want to play knight c6, bishop b7, rook c1, queen b6, and so on. Okay. So he's asking me to take his knight. Okay. So at the so beginners make this mistake, right? They tend to take these guys. But you know, when the pawn takes back, look at his pawn structure. it becomes very, very strong. So we don't want to do that. Now his problem is this bishop. Okay. So how do I play this position now? So shall I develop my knight? So my bishop here is kind of awkward right now. So let's play knight c6. If it takes my pawn on d6, then maybe I can develop my bishop some other way. So now he's having some issues with this bishop, right? Can't come here. This is not looking good. This one's taken. This is not a good move either. So, okay, he takes my knight, which I anticipated. I wouldn't lie. And now I'm ready to take on e5. And now my bishop is looking pretty good because I was having some issues how to develop my bishop. And now my opponent, he has helped me, right? He has helped me to open some lines for my bishop. So what happens if I take on e5? Let's see, let's see. D takes e5, d takes e5. As long as I have this bishop covering on the g5 square, I don't need to worry about these Greek sacrifices, right? So bishop takes h7, king takes h7, knight g5 is always I have followed by this. So what happens if I play bishop g4? So bishop g4, okay, after bishop g4, bishop takes h7, king takes h7, knight g4 check, bishop takes g4, queen takes g4, bishop takes f4, queen takes f4, d takes e5, d takes e5. It's a game. Okay. So I'm pretty happy to play this move, bishop g4. I don't think I'm missing anything. So whoever is watching, this is my first team. This is my first stream, and I hope you are liking it. Okay, so he is offering the trade of knights for my bishop. Okay, bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, knight takes d4 I have, right? So this is very annoying for him. Okay, bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, knight d4. What can he do next? He can maybe come to h4 then, right? Okay, let's calculate. Bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, knight d4, attacking the queen. Then the queen can hop on h5, attacking, threatening checkmate. Then I can simply play g3. Then he has to move his queen. Then we can take here simply, right? So bishop takes f3. Okay, as planned. Let's see where the queen goes. So we just won a pawn, guys. We just won a pawn. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. He also won a pawn. But now I can take this pawn. Yes, I can take this pawn. What? What is this? So when you play online games, you should always be very alert that you don't make this mouse slip because it is very frustrating. It is very, very frustrating. So if I take his queen now, he's gonna resign. So let's see if we can make some other moves. I'm not gonna punish him like that. So this is very childish. So I'll just take his bishop maybe. I'll just take his bishop. Or should I give him a chance? Or should I give him a chance? Of course, I should give him a chance, but how? How do I give him a chance? Okay, I'll just take the bishop, okay, and let him save his queen so that he can play a bit longer. This is very annoying, you work so hard for 20, 30, 40 moves, 50, 60 moves, and then all of a sudden you make a mouse sleeve, and it's very, very frustrating. It has happened with me a lot of time, a lot, but then I learned from my mistakes. Now I hardly make mouse sleeves, okay? So let's see. So now my knight is not ideally placed, so I want to drop it back. And I'm attacking his queen at the same time I'm attacking his bishop, right? So remember, guys, knights are always okay. So I think my friend here is trolling me, right? Yeah, he left the game. So I mean, at this level, you have to see if there is any pieces that are hanging. So if you hang pieces like that, you're never gonna improve. Yeah. So always keep in mind before making a move whether any of your pieces are hanging. Remember the rules: CCT, checks, captures, and threats. So first of all, we need to see that if we have any checks or not in the position. Then we need to see whether we have any whether we have any piece that we can capture. And then we have to see that whether we can create any threat or whether our opponent is creating any threat. Okay, so this is very important. So let's start a new game and see what happens. Okay, so the game starts pretty soon. Should I click again? Let's see what happens. Okay, so what is this? Okay. So the game has started. It's my turn. Okay. So we are white, guys. We are white. Let's grab the center. Remember, guys, in the opening, you need to follow some principles, right? Grab the center. So what are the central squares? E4, E5, D4, D5. These are the key squares. So whoever gets more control of these squares is likely to have a better game because uh, from here you can attack all the way up, all the way down. You can do the defensive work, you can do the aggressive work. So now we need to develop our minor piece, right? Let's develop our knight with a tempo. Also, this is called gaining a tempo because now black has to waste some time in order to protect the pawn. Okay, see. Okay, so let's play bishop b5. See, now I am threatening to take the knight, which was protecting the pawn. Okay, so he doesn't mind that. Okay, he doesn't mind that. So this is theory, right? Let's castle. I'll let him take my pawn. So first thing first, you always need to keep your king to safety. Okay, your king is much more safer here than it is in the center. Because now that my opponent has taken the pawn on e4, let's punish him. Let's punish him. Let's see what we can do. So he's not worried about his king. He's not developing his minor pieces. So he wasted a move by taking my pawn on e4. I can simply grab the knight and then take on e5, right? I can simply grab the knight and take on e5. So bishop takes f6, bishop takes c6, b takes c6, knight e5. Okay, so let's see if we can. Let's see what it does. So we are attacking his knight and also, very importantly, X-raying the king, right? So this rook is now X-raying the king, which is very, very dangerous, which could become very dangerous. So as black, I would be shaking right now. Okay, so let's kick. Okay, let's kick the knight, or should we take here? Let's simply grab the pawn here. I'll simply grab the pawn because now this knight is attacked by two of my pieces. He has to do something about it, right? So then we can kick the knight, and then the rook becomes open, which will be very, very dangerous for my opponent. Let's see. My opponent is thinking, okay, see, I mean, everything is okay, but if you don't care about your king, how could you mate my king? Yeah. For a second, say if you take my pawn on f2, what will happen? Am I getting checkmated? Absolutely not, because I have king h1, right? But if I play d4 right now, so you just wasted a move. If I play d4 now, you have to move your bishop also. I mean, so impatient, boys, so impatient. You have to care about your king because when if you lose your king, you have nothing, nada. So, so I have unos, tres, two pieces attacking c6, and I'm also attacking c5. This knight is kind of awkward to say the least. Now my pieces are going to jump into the game. Okay, so my opponent here. All right. So he wants to mate here, right? He wants to mate here. Okay. I mean, what to say? What to say? I'm very, very surprised. Very, very surprised. First of all, let me give a check. If I, okay. So bishop takes c6, b takes c6, d takes c5, queen takes here, maybe queen takes here. There are a lot of options. So how do I punish my opponent? So this is a one move threat, right? So you should never make a one move threat. A child would know that here f3 is a very nasty move. See how many pieces are hanging. Just let me just count, man. I'm unable to count. This knight is hanging. This knight is hanging. This bishop is hanging. This queen is upward. I mean, here f3, a very nasty. See how many pieces are hanging. This poor king. So this is what I call a premature attack. So if you are a good attacking player, first bring all your forces into the action, then go for the attack. Okay? Okay. So our boy is first we take the what should we take first? Let me see. First we take the knight because our knight here is very solid. Bring all your forces into the action. Now I am threatening here. Now our friend will lose all his pieces and resign the game. Okay, so he takes with the pawn. Okay, very good. Very generous of him. Very generous of him. Okay, very generous. So now I can take the bishop, then take the bishop, then take. Okay. Oh, so I. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, when your opponent makes a mistake, yeah, it is very likely that you will make a mistake as well. So, like in this case, I just made a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Okay. So I shouldn't have done that, but now that I've done that, I need to make things normal again. So if I go to H1, what happens is he can't go to F2. Okay, if I go to H1, then he will take my knight. And then I can take his knight. Okay, okay. So I'll just move away. This knight is pinned, which is very, very important. Next move, I'm taking the knight. Next move, I'm taking the knight. So I'm up a piece. Okay, so free knights are free knights. He can't even take my pawn back because then his bishop will fall. Okay. So look at his king and let's compare the position. Let's have a broader look at the position. If we look at the position now, then I think okay, so he does that. So first of all, let me hit the bishop. Let me hit the bishop. I have a check here. Okay, what happens if I go? Okay, queen g4, queen g4. He can't go here. He can't block. He has to come here, right? So queen g4, king d6, queen g4, king d6. Okay, queen g4, king d6. I can't push, can't take. So I need to be very careful here. I need to be very careful because uh my pieces are not developed yet. Okay, I'll just develop my pieces. I'll forget about everything because this bishop is not good. This rook is not good. Okay, I'll just take it back. He'll take back, I hope. I think. Okay, now I can give a check on g4. He can't block. Let's give a check on g4. I hope I'm not threatening. I'm not blundering mate. So I think, yeah. So he does this. He's hoping for me to blunder, which I'm not gonna do. So let's develop my bishop here. How do I do that? Where should we develop our bishop? Okay, let's develop our bishop here. Okay, now I feel better because I have finally managed to get all my pieces out, which is very, very important. In order to win a piece, I have compromised my position. My position is not so good right now because my pieces are not well coordinated, right? This is very important. This is very important. This is very important. Okay, let's see what my friend does here. Once again, this can he can play this, then I have this. This rook is pinned. Okay, next I'm trying to get my rook into the action. Okay, okay, so okay, what happens if I take here? Okay, let's bring all the pieces into the action. Now I'm ready to destroy my opponent. See, the problem with this position for black is his king. Imagine the king was here, okay? Imagine the king was here. So who would have the better position? Of course, black. But see, so the beginners, I don't know why they. are so reluctant to castle early? I mean, perhaps they sometimes wait for their opponent to castle. I mean, they want to see where their opponent castles, right? If their opponent castles on the king side, they would love to castle on the queen side. They would love to castle on the king side. I mean, they don't want to castle on the wrong side. Okay, so now the problem. Okay, let's see. So this is very tricky, my friend. So e takes d5. You can This rook cannot move. E takes d5, c takes d5, rook takes d5. Hmm. Let's go. I hope I'm not blundering anything. I hope I'm not blundering. So now I'll just take this pawn. Okay. Okay, should I take the pawn? Okay, even if I take the pawn, he's still pinned, guys, still pinned. Okay, okay, not pinned anymore. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Did I blunder? Okay, let's see if we can save the position. Hmm. Did I just blunder the game? Okay, I may have blundered the game. Hmm. How do I save this position? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My rook is hanging. I can win his queen, but then I mated. So my king is kind of iffy. Huh. Okay. What to do? What to do? First, maybe I take the rook. Okay. Rook takes e6 is what I'm thinking. Rook takes e6. Rook takes e6. Rook takes e6. Rook takes e6. Rook takes e7. Trade a pair of rooks. I don't know. I may have blundered the game. I may have blundered the game. It's a check, so he has to do something about it. I mean, okay, takes with the rook. Now, maybe I can. So remember, when you are in trouble, you should take your time. You should always take your time. Like in this position, I am in a deep trouble. I am in a deep trouble. But I took my time. I invested my time well. So I think I have saved the game somehow. It looked so difficult, but since I have traded a pair of rooks, now I am feeling confident again. So my strength is the king, and it seems my weakness is also the king because my back rank is very weak. This king, it's a macho king, I must say. It's tantalizing, teasing me right now. Let's see. Okay, so he's grabbing all my pawns, and I must say I'm very happy. Take all my pawns. I'm not gonna touch any of your pawns if I can win your queen, right? Okay, let's give a check. Let's give a check and see what happens. My daughter is here, so It could be the very last game. Let's win this one. Let's win this one. How do I win this one? Let's win this one. So Queen Rook C1. So okay, Rook C1. Rook C1. If he goes to the B file, I'm fine. If he goes to this the D file, I'm also fine. And my rook is protected by my bishop, so I'm okay with this. I'm not I'm not so worried about this move. I can maybe take here and this I can maybe take here. Okay. So my guy, okay. So now I have queen c6. Queen c6 after queen c6, king e5. Queen c6, king e5. So still there's some hope for my opponent. Okay, still some play. Still some play. So queen c6, king e5. Queen c6, king e5. What happens after that? Okay, I don't know. I'll just what to do? Shall I play h3? No, it's just oh, it's war move. Or should I play? Okay, let's go with my instinct. Okay. Oh no, I blundered my queen. Oh, oh no, I blundered my queen. Too many calls. Very distracting. Very distracting. I lost my queen, man. And the game. And the game. Let's not lose hope. Shit. Let's get a check. See what happens. My daughter is here, so we have very last game. Let's see. Let's win. Hmm. Ha ha. My bishops and my rooks both are not ideally placed. Let's play some. What to play? What to play? I want to coordinate my pieces. How to do that? Okay, let's play. Rook e7. I mean, people don't understand that when a guy is not answering your call, it means that he is not around his phone or he's very, very busy. You can leave, my friends could have left a message. No, but they won't do that. It's very annoying. When you play a game of chess, you need to focus. See, this is how my opponent lost his focus, and now the game is simply over. What the hell, man? I mean, what does he want? Does he want to win the game or save the game or draw the game? I don't have any idea. His name is Hilario. I think he should have chosen a better name like Hilarious. hilarious. It would have been much, much better. Let's see. Oh, I see. I see. I understand. I understand what he's trying to do here. He wants to trade everything and win the game because I only have a bishop. But now I'll just play some random moves with my king. This square is taken. Now I'll play h4, force him to move away, take the pawn, and put my piece to make a new queue. Okay, let's go here. And now he'll feel like lost children. He doesn't know whether to go left, whether to go right, whether to go up, whether to go down. So remember, guys, even if your position is dead lost, never, never give up. Never give up in any position because chess offers us so many things. It is beyond our imagination. Even in your worst position, you can still have a draw. Okay? Now just grab it. And this is my new queen. I hope my wife is not listening. Ah, this is my new queen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Escort the pawn. Make a new queen. And it's GG. Mr. Hilario, it's GG. Yeah, it's GG. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked my video. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.